South Africa, a land of breathtaking beauty, scarred by one of history's darkest systems, apartheid. A society where freedom was measured not by character, but by the color of your skin. And in this world rose one man, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, not a saint, not a myth, but a man of extraordinary courage. His journey, from prisoner to president, would not only free a nation, it would shake the world. In 1964, Mandela stood before the court, accused of sabotage, facing the death penalty. But instead of pleading for his life, he declared his truth. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society. It is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. The court spared his life, but sentenced him to life imprisonment. Robben Island, a barren fortress in the cold Atlantic. Here Mandela spent 18 of his 27 years, breaking stones in the blazing sun, locked in a cell no bigger than a closet. The regime tried to break him. Instead, he grew stronger. He studied, he taught, he inspired. To his fellow prisoners, he was Madiba, a leader, a guide. Beyond the prison walls, the world began to chant one name: Free Nelson Mandela. By the 1980s, apartheid began to crumble. International sanctions, boycotts, unrest in the townships. South Africa was burning, and even behind bars, Mandela was already leading the future. In secret rooms, he met his enemies. He was the key to South Africa's survival. February 11th, 1990. The gates opened. After 27 years, Mandela walked free, hand in hand with Winnie, fist raised high, his spirit unbroken. The world waited for vengeance, but Mandela's words were of peace. I stand before you not as a prophet, but as a humble servant of you, the people. Freedom was only the beginning. South Africa stood on the edge of chaos, violence, assassinations, fear of civil war. But Mandela's resolve never wavered. He shook hands with enemies. He forgave his jailers. Alongside President F.W. de Klerk, he dismantled apartheid, law by law. In 1993, the two men shared the Nobel Peace Prize. The world knew the impossible was near. April 1994. For the first time in history, South Africans of every race stood together to vote. The lines stretched for miles. Some waited all night. Tears fell as they cast their first ballot. The result was inevitable. Nelson Mandela, once prisoner 466-64, became South Africa's first black president. Mandela's mission was not revenge, it was healing. He created the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, a place where victims and perpetrators faced each other and spoke the truth. And in 1995, during the Rugby World Cup, Mandela shocked the nation. Wearing the Springbok jersey, once a hated symbol of white pride, he walked onto the field. When he handed the trophy to Captain Francois Pienaar, the stadium erupted. A divided nation roared as one. After one term, Mandela stepped down. He chose humility over power. He fought HIV and AIDS. He spoke for peace. He became a voice, not just for South Africa, but for humanity. On December 5, 2013, Mandela left this world. But his story will never die. Nelson Mandela shook the world, not with armies, not with weapons, but with forgiveness, with endurance, and with an unbreakable belief in freedom. His long walk to freedom was not just for his people, it was for us all.